It is Tuesday, December 23rd, 6 p.m. here in Los Angeles. I'm Jack Armstrong.
And 9 p.m. in the DMV. I'm Sam Giacinto, and you're listening to Tech Talk Live. Welcome to the show. Quick one today, just a few gadgets and doodads around the tech space. A Christmas special.
Yes, well, Christmas Eve it is, and yeah, we've got some interesting stuff. So, you saw this first iPhone Fold dummy. So, we could see a folding iPhone soon. That's what the rumors are saying, right?
Yeah, so this is a plastic kind of mock-up, according to leaked CAD files. And it more or less is a square in shape. Now, unique, right? But it kind of more or less what we expected with two iPhone Airs being stacked on top of each other, with kind of a similar back design to the iPhone 17 Pro. So kind of a it's the biggest news here is going to be the aspect ratio, right? That 1:1, a kind of square in your pocket. When it folds it down, it'll be 2:1, which isn't quite 16:9 like we're maybe used to,
Yeah.
but it's more or less seems square in shape. So kind of
Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks almost like a mini iPad, which it's still got the same design elements from the iPhone 17, but yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how much demand there's going to be for this. I mean, we saw kind of lackluster sales of the iPhone Air. Obviously, still impressive in its own space, but yeah, interesting space here.
something to point out. And then another kind of interesting gadget. I don't know if you remember the Connect, right?
Yeah.
So the Connect was kind of um,
It's like a gaming camera, right, that tracks your movements and can kind of minimize the need for a controller, right?
yeah. So using your body as a controller, right? That was kind of the premise of Connect, and maybe Connect at the time. We kind of have to take ourselves back to the early 2010s when this came out as a $100 option. This now closer to 150, 175 as far as absolute cost, and people didn't really know what to make of it, quite honestly. But in a way, we have another startup that is giving it another shot. Using a camera-based controller for video games that are kind of simple, Angry Bird-esque in terms of their graphics and application. But it's $249 and has an $89 annual subscription. And it's really targeted more toward the younger demographic.
Yeah, so it's like augmenting over. So it's like a camera that tracks your movements, and you're in the game with little characters and little numbers and little balls and things flying around you, and you have to move your hands and your arms to make it move.
And what's really honestly quite interesting is that this startup was a pivot from an iPhone app, and
Yeah.
we sort of pivoted from an iPhone app to consumer hardware. Um, that number one actually worked, and number two, something that stuck out was taking the last 3 years. You have 5,000, 150,000, and 600,000 for 2023, 2024, and 2025.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is you're on, pace to have over $150 million of sales and quote on pace to finally break even. So I don't know how you make that much money and you're not breaking even.
Well,
It's
especially since it's fairly simple hardware. It's like a little it's like a little cube. It's a colorful little thing that sits by your TV, right? It's cute. I mean, maybe the research and development, was like insane. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, low latency is important with something like this, right? You really have to get, low that way when you're playing you can easily there's not lag, right? People don't like that. If they move, it's very important for gaming that it be pretty buttery smooth. So but also I don't know, like we've had like the Nintendo, the Wii even back in the day, like, so yeah, it is interesting, like that the next playground is I mean, yeah, it's like turning your living room into an active arcade, right? Kind of cool.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of when the Wii Fit or the Wii first came out.
Yeah.
Um, but a lot of kind of a lot of the magic, um, sort of came from the novelty. But I think this also has the element of approachability as well. You don't need a controller. There's no batteries. There's less friction to using them. So something cool. It's called the NEX Playground, and worth a look. Maybe and I think the most striking uh, thing for me is the fact that we're kind of just welcoming a camera into our living rooms
Yep.
to watch us, but I guess that's kind of aside from all the fun. So
That is what they do. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Kind of, yeah, reminds me of those, yeah, any camera like that. We also see the Portal. Meta had the Portal for a while, which was like a device for video chatting. We saw Peloton even coming out with a fitness camera for tracking your reps and your movements. And yeah, we see this. We have seen this from Nintendo as well. I don't remember what it's called. Also, the initial VR systems from PlayStation back in the day used to, I believe, require camera tracking for additional uh, like hand movement stuff. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Is it a privacy risk when it's not in use? Maybe turn it the other way, put a little
yeah,
thing. But also
another
people do that a lot.
another company, I guess, to think about.
Exactly. Well, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Also in the AI space, we've got any AI news today. I think there was a report of Stanford grads not being able to find jobs because of AI. So again, a reoccurring theme. This was just published 2 days ago in the LA Times about Stanford computer science grads are discovering that their degrees no longer guarantee jobs because AI coding tools now outpace entry level programmers. So here we go again, seeing you went to school for years, now AI just took your job, and tech companies already are replacing junior developers with two experienced engineers and an AI agent. So there you go. Instead, we used to need 10 people, now you just need two plus an AI agent. And already we're seeing a weaker job market, inflation, master's programs, and less prestigious employers. Startup ventures, obviously in the AI space, are still booming, but really, obviously, kind of a bummer if you go to get a degree at Stanford and have a much harder time getting a job because AI is literally out for your job doing coding when you went to school for that. Kind of sad.
Well, Merry Christmas to you too. But yeah, we'll have to have a we'll have to have an AI recap. Um, Not to put that at the forefront right before the
Well,
holidays, but it is
and
something to think about.
we have one
Maybe
more
later.
absolutely, and we also have one more quick story today of Waymo. So there was a problem with a blackout in San Francisco that kind of foreshadows what can go wrong with robo-taxis. So essentially, I don't know if you saw this. This was in the Atlantic. Did you see this?
Yeah, I'm reading through it now, and I think a big part of what left the Waymos stranded was, essentially, it's kind of an edge case, right? And honestly, for people too. I think this is kind of a section of drivers that a lot of people fail to remember, right? But a stoplight that has no power is a four-way stop. Some intersections aren't designed to be the best four-way stop, but they can sort of function like that. And instead, we had the Waymos not knowing what to do. So they threw the hazards on, tried to get in touch with the human, couldn't do it because during really any natural disaster, it's you have the cellular connectivity infrastructure loaded with people who think it's the power's out, so call somebody. I guess it's like people panic and they want to call somebody,
Yeah.
or the power to the cell towers themselves is also out. And it's quite literally difficult for things that require to communicate.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, it's fascinating. I mean, and also, people that don't, go to major cities don't see these things happening. Have you seen this? So how is it going in DC, Sam, with all the Waymos that you're seeing? Have you noticed anything crazy?
I've seen a few. I mean, but there's no. I mean, I've lived here for 7 years, and the power's gone out one time for 4 hours. That's because somebody crashed into a substation. So
Wow.
I know it's a very Virginia thing to say, but I don't have a ton of experience with blackouts or power. It's actually, yeah. When I think about it, I marked it on my calendar. Such a rare occurrence, but
How rare like a power outage is specifically?
yeah, I mean, we're going on one per decade, I guess, at this point. And I would say the closest thing to maybe a wide-scale power outage was there was a Northeast. I'll have to look this up, but in 2003,
Wow.
there was a power outage in the Northeast. That was pretty widespread, so I guess this would be the closest equivalent. But essentially, let's see what happened here. So it's the world's second most widespread blackout in history. So a rather large blackout, but it was a software bug in the alarm system of a transmission center somewhere
Wow.
in where the heck was this place? I mean, the issue is Canada and the US are connected. So let's see, the ISO opposing measuring. So it started in upstate New York. Essentially, and let's see, I mean, how long did this last? Let's see. So power was restored by midnight on the 14th, and when did it? Oh, okay, it was like 6 hours.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, any power outage in a major city is obviously not super common and not great, but wow. I know.
But that'd be the closest in the Northeast of any wide scale outage. But yeah, I mean, I haven't noticed a density of Waymos as large as that of San Francisco in the DC area.
San Francisco. Well, San Francisco's a really small city too. I mean, LA is so spread out. It's here, but also speaking of it, we're here on the website for anybody watching the video version of the podcast. They're in a lot of cities now. Crazy, all the way in San Diego, Miami. They've got a presence. Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and Houston. Up in Detroit, they're in DC, of course. So it's interesting. I mean, you can see they've really been serving these big dots. You're here in DC, which is technically an up next city, even though obviously you can see even Atlanta has riding on Uber, and in Austin. So Waymo's partnering with Uber now. It's crazy when you really look at this. Because also, speaking of jobs, a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers out there, are, use that income. Like they've been an Uber and Lyft driver to supplement their income, or that is their job. And now Waymo is becoming such a vicious and powerful platform, and it's they are just very competitively priced. I don't know if you've noticed that as well. Like if an Uber's $30, Waymo might be 20 or 25, and you don't have to tip because it's a driverless car.
Are you sure you don't want to tip your robot?
You don't want to tip your robot. But see, I mean, also, even if it is the same price, you get theoretically a better experience if you're comfortable with the, self-driving car, because it's a nice Jaguar. It's clean. It's a nice car. It's a good experience. And like I said, even if it is the same price, you don't have to tip the robot.
And something else I will say too is that I don't know how the traffic structure in DC. I mean, there are roads that are very confusing and laid out almost 200 years ago. There are roads that reverse direction depending on the time of the day. You'll be driving the left side of the road. So I honestly have no clue how they're going to pull this off. I mean, as far as it was not built. DC existed before roads in a big way. So
yeah,
a lot of this was kind of retrofitted to we're just going to pave over this horse trail and kind of link them up and to kind of I wonder if I can just pull up the Google Maps thing what I'm talking about. But
yeah, pull it up. Let's put it up here for the YouTube version.
Use this as an example. Let's see. I mean, this is a particularly let's see here. Really kind of obnoxious.
Show the screen up. Yeah. So specifically, we're looking here.
So I mean,
Arlington, DC
this
area.
Section of interchange, for example, I mean, the more you look at it, the more So
So the
for
highways are an afterthought.
navigating,
Before that, it was probably by the Potomac River in the past. They would have had ships, right, docking at the shoreline, I'm assuming.
I mean, yeah, I mean, and I mean, this is the most notorious here. I mean, it's just sort of like, I mean, just, I mean, I don't know. It's very much, it's
Yeah.
difficult. I
Oh
mean, it's
yeah.
difficult for people to drive in this, so I don't know. You know, it's quite literally very intense to you know exist and drive on.
Yeah.
So I will say, given that, we'll have to see.
It's crazy. All the car code. I mean, yeah. Also, you know, cities like New York has Manhattan's done a pretty good job with the bike share program, but I mean, other cities really need to get a grip because I think Manhattan obviously sees it first because of the extreme density. Obviously, not every area is like that, but DC's got a large population. So does LA, so does Atlanta, Miami, certain areas, San Francisco. I mean, like traffic, everyone can't in the next 30 years have a car. So, or a Waymo, because that's more cars on the road.
And then, I mean, something to cap it off, I think the crux of the problem is that we're still using cars as a form of transportation. Even if you can have a perfect self-driving car that gets you there at 100 miles an hour in seconds, you still have all of the associated, and sure, they could be electric or whatnot, right? But you still have the fundamental problem that a 4,000-pound piece of machinery is moving a 200-pound person. And it's still relatively inefficient,
Yeah.
even if it is 100% efficient, right? It's 100% of 5%.
Yeah.
Is so there's still still some structural problems, but something to look at.
I also think it's crazy too, like with the politics, of course. I mean, technology, of even just traffic signals, now self-driving cars. I mean, yes, driving should be more efficient, but traffic is not going to just go away with self-driving cars, or electric cars, right? I mean, yes, I think you need to have other options. And also, equally fascinating are these e-mopeds and e-scooters. And these are foldable. These are battery operated. These are low speed. You're not going to go more than 20 to 30 miles per hour, but that's all you need because you occupy so much less space. It's just like a train is so much more efficient to move 1,000 people than if 1,000 people were in a car. So yeah, it's a very fascinating space that we're in here, but. Fascinating stuff. Great show today. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Thanks for listening to the show. Gosh, another year down. We'll be back on the 30th
Not even
after
next year yet.
Christmas. It'll
So yeah,
still be
we'll be
one
back
more
for the
episode.
final episode of the year.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, until next week, don't forget, visit us on the web at techtalklive.xyz. Anywhere you get your podcast, search Tech Talk Live. Join our email list on our website and listen to the show. Thanks for tuning in.